I was getting messages saying that they were testing YouTube bandwidth, so I was waiting to see it go live. Okay, tonight's episode is Why Homestead? And view on watch page. Yes, that's where I want to go. Okay, so why would somebody want a homestead? Oops, let me turn. Sorry. Um, Trying to get used to all of this and trying to let everybody know that I am live for those that want to tune in. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so why would you want a homestead? Um, there are a lot of reasons for it. It really is about freedom and the opportunity to live a better life, to be self sufficient, and to not have to rely on the grocery store, the truckers, the big farmers, the whoever it is out there that brings you your food and all the other supplies that you need. Now, I've been doing it since 2004, and there is no way that I am completely self sufficient yet. We've had some ups and downs, including the death of my husband Jerry, and which was a huge setback. And so that was 2 years that I really wasn't doing anything here. I'm very happy that we had worked so hard before because I had a nicely stocked pantry and I was able to have some vegetables and some fruits that I otherwise might not have had to have because it got really rough financially. Okay, to me, when I homestead, when I grow my own food and raise my own animals to butcher, I know how my food is grown. I know that it's organic. Yes, some years are rough because you don't always get the same crop turnout every year. It does go up and down. But I'm also not spending that $100 to $150 a week at the grocery store. You know, I'm surviving on maybe $40 to $60 a month to buy the meat that I can't raise here because I do only have 2.5 acres, and to buy miscellaneous items that I like. Because when I was homesteading, I was raising my own goats, so I had plenty of milk, I had plenty of butter, ice cream, all the dairy items. I was making it myself out of the goat milk. I've always had chickens, so I have meat and eggs there. I've done some tilapia, so I was able to have some meat that way. We did butcher goats one year. We actually gave them to somebody and he did it, and because he wanted the fur because I had fiber goats. And so we got some of that goat meat back. And we've had sheep here, Leicester long wools. And I have so many fruit trees and so many vegetable plants, and it's really great because it gives me the opportunity not only to provide for our household, but to be able to share the abundance with people in the community that either can't grow their own food, don't grow their own food, or are in a bad financial situation. So to me, this is why I homestead. Um, I don't believe that things are always going to be the way that they are. And those of you that are older know that things have changed an awful lot. We have skyrocketing food prices. We have job instability, so many issues. And I know none of these are new. I know it goes like a wave. But by being able to at least provide the basics, this is what homesteading is to me. It's, take care of yourself and your family and then be able to reach out to your community and help them. I know there's some people watching, and so I would like to say that if you would like to leave some comments, ask some questions, I am trying to watch chat. And give me just a moment here. I'm going to just type in I'm doing this myself, so kind of trying to run everything, and I'm still trying to get used to it. So, today, for example, my day was we had some wind damage. If you've been watching our daily vlog, then you're aware of that. And so we had some wind damage, and I'm going to press this because I don't know what this is. Oh, there's chat. Okay. Anyway, we went out and we had to take some of the fencing down, and I had not cleaned up the garden last fall, so we had to do some of that. And we did that, and then I've been boiling down maple and walnut sap to make maple and walnut syrup. I actually have some pepperoni in the oven right now that is being smoked and dried. When it comes out, I'm going to do a second batch of pepperoni. We're actually making 5 pounds of pepperoni. So these are the kinds of things that I do here on the farm. And so it's always something going on, milking the goats, which we don't have goats right now, but we do have chickens and turkeys still, so you've got to go check on them twice today. Hi, MCN Gaming, thanks for stopping in. And collecting their eggs, and then you have to do something with the eggs. They will stack up so fast. So I often donate my eggs to people, or I use them to make noodles. I am getting ready to make a batch of pasta. Oh, thank you so much, MCM Gaming, for subscribing. And you are actually the first person to comment to me on live stream, so I am really excited about that. Feel free to ask any questions if you have them. You can freeze eggs. I actually have that tutorial on my blog, ExperimentalHomesteader.com. So if you're interested, I can't pull it up. I probably could, but I'm still learning this software, so, and I can't remember how much salt. That's the problem. You have to scramble them, and you have to put some salt in them, and then you put them in ice cube trays, but you have to measure it out, and I don't remember offhand what that is, because we have not had enough eggs this year that I've started freezing them. But we will butcher some of our chickens to have some meat. We have certainly done rabbits, both for fiber and food. We had the sheep for fiber because I do spin and weave. So, is it fun living on a farm? Yes, MCM Gaming, it is a lot of fun living on a farm, but it is a lot of work. I have 2.5 acres, and it is almost more than I can handle. I don't have my livestock this year because they were actually taken in August. My horse, my goats, and my rabbits. So, I don't have those, but I do still have my chickens and my turkeys. And I'm looking forward to getting goats again. I went through a really hard time when my husband passed away, and it was just overwhelming being here. So, I'm basically starting over again. I will be doing a garden this year. I do have some seedlings started in the house. And so, I do have neighbors, but they're not super close. And I do have a lot of freedom. I can grow a lot of plants that are edible, medicinal, just fun to grow. And I do have a greenhouse that I bring some of the tropicals in, as well as some of my tender herbs for the wintertime. So yeah, and it is really, really great being able to provide for yourself. And I know that not everybody lives on a farm. Some people have apartments or small houses in the city, but you can still do this. There are so many plants you can grow in containers and even window boxes. You just have to choose the right varieties. And so I really want to encourage everybody to be self-sufficient. Think ahead, because, many people think homesteaders and preppers only think about natural disasters or, doomsday. That's not true. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, had I not canned extra food and had it in my pantry, when my husband died, I don't know what I would have done. I truthfully don't know what I would have done, because that food really came in handy. And something that my grandpa told me, and I know the ball books say no, but my grandpa is in his 80s, going on 90, and he's been canning his whole life. And he told me, as long as those lids are sealed, that food is good. Don't throw it away. Don't waste money like that. So, I checked my seals. Okay, they were taken. Does that mean they passed away? The city took them, or what? Also, do you get attached to the farm animals like you do other animals like a dog or cat? Is it hard or emotional when it comes to slaughtering? Melanie and James. They were taken. My husband passed away of cancer. And my blog has been under attack. I have been under attack. It has been very rough. Some related people have hacked my blog and actually took it offline, and they came here and stole my animals, basically. So there was nothing I could do at the time. We did file a police report. That has gone nowhere. They're not in state. They were taken out of state. And so it has been really, really rough. I have just been trying to cope with the loss and deal with, trying to keep my blog afloat, trying to make an income, and trying to keep going with all of this happening. The city did not take them. It was not animal control. We actually went to animal control to see if they could be of any assistance at all to us. They could not, or did not want to. I'm not sure which. But you do get attached to farm animals. And the night that this happened, I sat in here and I just bawled my eyes out. I was here by myself, and I didn't have a vehicle here, and it was just very, very traumatic, because these were my pets. They weren't dinner on the table. They were my pets. I don't think it's hard or emotional when it comes to slaughtering, and I will tell you why. I have my pets, and then I have my other ones. The ones that we're going to slaughter don't stay around here very long. Chickens is about 6 weeks, so you don't really get super attached to them. I'm wanting to do a pig, and I've done a pig before. The guy that I was dating at the time that I did the pig did the slaughtering, and I left. He sent me to town to get supplies, so I wasn't there. That was my first animal slaughter. I refused to eat the meat, and finally, about 6 months later, I finally got the guts up to bring it out of the freezer and eat it. So, and I kind of got over it, I guess. Butchering chickens is not bad. It's not as bloody or as messy as you might think. Now we string ours up to the clothesline, and we slice their neck. There's a certain spot on their neck you cut, and we let them bleed a little bit, and when they stop flopping, then we take their heads off. So it's not, the first time that we did it, I hid in the house. I was kind of peeping out the window looking and like, oh my, but now I can go right out there. So it's something that you do learn to get used to. I was raised in the city, so farm life was new to me. Let's see, I first moved on a farm when I was just, I think, like 29 or 30. So that was my first hello to livestock and butchering. And I used to be so, oh, don't kill Bambi. I'm never going to eat Bambi. And I have gotten over that too. So it is something that you do adjust to. So, if anybody has any more questions, please feel free to leave them. I really appreciate the questions. Give me just a minute. I know that we are lagging a little bit between here and between what I'm seeing on my phone and what I'm actually seeing on YouTube because I have them both pulled up. I only just learned tonight how to access the comments on my phone, so I won't be stuck here in front of my computer tomorrow night because I do try to come on every night at 10 p.m. between 10 and 11 and do a live broadcast. Tonight was a little rough because, like I said, I've got pepperoni in the oven and it was done right at 10 o'clock, so I had to deal with it and then get here. So, does anybody have any other questions? Comments? Okay. If not, I know it's 10:28 and my pepperoni buzzer is going to be going off. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow night.